Hi, this is John, Historic House Coordinator with the Fairmount Park Conservancy, and I'm here with Justina Barrett, Site Manager with the Philadelphia Museum of Art. We are at Kelly Drive and Sedgley Driving. We are about to do 6 historic houses on bicycle in 6 minutes. Bandanas up, helmet on, and away we go.
We've made it up the hill to Lemon Hill, overlooking the river with the art museum in the background. These houses are a unique collection in the country. They each are filled with stories that are in many ways relevant to us today, 200 years later. In fact, these homes were built as a strategy for social distancing. Families who could afford to had them built during epidemics so they could escape diseases like yellow fever and distance themselves from the city to keep themselves and their families safe.
Hi, John again here at Lemon Hill Mansion. One of the most beautiful spots in the city, a house on the hill. The house once called The Hills. Lemon Hill did get its name because of lemon plants that were planted here by the owners. It's one of my favorite houses because it's a beautiful example of federal architecture. And Fisk Kimball, an early director of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, was instrumental to the renovation of the house. And he and his wife lived here for over 30 years. The oval room that's on the second floor was actually their bedroom. And legend has it that Fisk Kimball had the bed placed in the middle of the room so that he could oversee the building of the Philadelphia Museum of Art in the 1920s. A true micromanager.
Which in fact is very pleasant, though it does involve riding up a mount, so be prepared. National Historic Landmark, it is a masterpiece of colonial architecture. When you come here and you look at the outside, make sure you go back and front from each side. This is the back. The front looks very similar. You're going to have to look very closely to see the differences in the architecture and the design. When you come back for a tour, when we're open again, you'll see a beautiful interior as well. But you'll also hear that history is not always so beautiful. We know that Mount Pleasant was the site of enslavement, that 4 people of African descent were held in bondage here. You'll hear stories of a family drama. You'll hear stories of a traitor to the United States. And so all of this history is packaged in one complex and ambitious work of Georgian architecture.
We're here at Laurel Hill Mansion in East Park, just by Edgeley Fields, where a lot of people have played sports. And if you're familiar with the Boxers Trail, make sure you run by Laurel Hill, a beautiful house. It's a small house. It's called the Little House with the Big Heart. Very hospitable organization that runs this house. One of my personal favorite memories of this place is my partner and I were on a hike along the Boxers Trail in the evening last summer, and we could hear the beautiful sounds of orchestra, classical music playing through the woods, and we actually wandered up into the house and realized that we stumbled into one of their concerts by candlelight. So when the house is reopened, you can come here and enjoy their summer concert series. We're here at Woodford Mansion in East Fairmount Park at 33rd and Dauphin. The house was built in 1756, a great example of Georgian architecture. I always say Woodford puts the country in country house. It has a very country feel to it. You can see there's actually a barn, and Woodford has a partnership with the Philadelphia Orchard Project, and they have installed a beautiful working orchard. So during this time, come out, enjoy the field, enjoy the orchard and the grounds. And when the doors reopen, I encourage you to come for a tour. It's a fascinating history about loyalists who lived here, and they have one of the finest examples of early American antiques.
Up to historic Strawberry Mansion, which is at the end of the Strawberry Mansion Bridge. And a lot of the houses have rich agricultural, horticultural heritage. Historic Strawberry Mansion has really developed ideas around that. There is an orchard, there are honeybee hives, and then this award-winning garden that you're invited to come into during this shutdown that has closed all the houses to the public. The gardens are open. When you do come back for a tour, you'll hear amazing stories about abolition of slavery in Pennsylvania. Judge Lewis, who lived here, and his work with, in particular, an enslaved woman named Charity Castles. It's a very compelling story. But you'll also see, which I think maybe is the largest room of the Fairmount Park houses, a ballroom here at Strawberry Mansion. It's furnished with empire furniture, the upholstery, woodwork is all of this rich and exquisite colors. It's not to be missed, so come visit us up here.
There we go! Almost there.
We made it to Cedar Grove in West Fairmount Park. Last but certainly not least. And when you get here to West Fairmount Park, you have a whole new neighborhood to explore. There's Memorial Hall, which is the Please Touch Museum, Shifuso Japanese House and Garden, and then the Horticultural Center. Lots of outdoor architecture. It's a beautiful neighborhood to come explore. When you come back to visit us when we're open again, you're going to see inside Cedar Grove the best kitchen in Fairmount Park. It dates to 1799 and has all the features you would need if you had to cook back then. It's sort of the kind of kitchen you might see featured on HGTV if that was a thing back in 1799. So thanks for joining us out here, making it over to West Fairmount Park.
We have pretty much closed the loop. We are here at the beautiful the Waterworks, as we like to say here in Philadelphia. Thank you so much for joining us. We had so much fun. We love these houses. We think they are the most one of the most unique treasures in Philadelphia. No two houses are alike.
Fairmount Park started here in 1812 with the Waterworks, and it continues 200 years later. So embrace it. My Philly Park, we love you.
Happy Love Your Park Week.